Zing, Asaase Radio.
Easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, exactly 28 minutes going into the R1
Easy.
on Asaase Radio, 99.5, 98.5 in Kumasi, 100.3 in Cape Coast, 99.7 all the way in Tamale.
Easy.
My people, let me say Tamale, what you say? What you say? Kumasi.
Easy.
Hey, Cape Coast, what you say?
Easy.
Now into the echo chamber. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to pay attention because the echo chamber is serious.
Easy.
This is where we bring you all the 411 you need to know in a reggae dancehall fraternity.
Easy.
Alongside the sound system culture fraternity as well.
Easy.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the CEO of the Recording Academy for the Grammys, you know, he was in Ghana recently, Mr. Harvey Mason Jr. Now, listen to me. He said one thing which I captured, and I'm like, I want to share it to the people of Ghana, you know, those in Kumasi, Cape Coast, the Northern region, anywhere, you know, you're listening to me from.
Easy.
Mr. Harvey Mason Jr. said to win the Grammys, and now I'm saying this simply because Ghanaians are passionate when it comes to, you know, the Grammys.
Easy.
So I want us to listen to what he said in terms of winning the Grammy. Now he said the only way to win the Grammy, and he's talking to Ghanaians, he said the only way to win the Grammy is to become a member of the Academy for voting. Is to become a member, you know, of the Grammy Academy, so that, you know, 8 members can vote for you. Because aside the members of the Grammys, nobody votes. It's not like how the award schemes are run over here where they put out short codes that people go and vote and all that. You can buy vote. The more money you have, it means that the more awards you will sweep.
Easy.
When it comes to the Grammys, it's not like that. You know, the Grammys, they've got different ratings. So the Academy members are the ones who vote, you know, for the artists. So he said, in order to win the Grammys, first and foremost, you must become a member for the members to vote for you. And this can only be done in America.
Easy.
For now. So you have to go all the way to America to go do that. Ladies and gentlemen,
Easy.
I want you to pay attention to what he said when, you know, in recent time when he was in Ghana. This is what Mr. Harvey Mason Jr. said.
Grammy. First, you have to understand that the only way to win is to have the membership of the Academy vote for you. In order to be a member of the Academy, you have to be a professional working in music in the United States. For now, the United States. Hopefully we grow that. Right now, if you're a working professional in the United States, you can become a member of the Recording Academy. Once you're a member of the Recording Academy, all the music gets submitted, the members listen to it, and they evaluate it on the quality of the art. Not the sales, not the streams, not how many fans, not how many followers, but purely on the opinion. And it's very hard, as you all know, because it's subjective. There's no best song or best record. It's just the opinion of the membership in that particular year. That's how you win a Grammy. That's it. The voters vote. There's no committees. There's no journalists. There's no labels. It's music professionals voting for their peers, period.
You heard it. It's music professionals voting for their peers. So in order for you to win the Grammys, this is what you got to do, ladies and gentlemen.
Easy.
It's not easy. One big love to Skelly Dread. Anywhere you find yourself, Skelly, big up yourself, man. Jabode, big up yourself, Jabode. Jabode says, it's like today we are celebrating female singers. Yes, because it's breast cancer month.
Easy.
And the only thing the Bible says should satisfy man is what? The breast, don't it?
Easy.
So let's entreat our ladies to make sure that, you know, they've gone through the screening and all that. You know what I mean?
Easy.
Because man can't live without that in the night.
Easy.
Everything good in the place. Moving into other stories.
Easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me take you into the sound system culture world. Now listen to me very carefully. Mr. Michael Washington of Ruff Pack Sound. Mr. Michael Washington of Ruff Pack Sound. The founder of 123 Badda Dan Clash. You know, he updated us last week per what happened in Europe. You know what I mean? Yes. The 123 Badda Dan Clash, you know, has become a global thing now that is focusing on, you know, continent, you know, per continent. But I am so shocked that Africa is not part of it. You know what I mean? But I know in due time, Africa will be part of the 123 Badda Dan Clash. As we linked up Mr. Michael Washington of Ruff Pack Sound, this is what he had to say pertaining to 123 Badda Dan Clash.
Easy.
Greetings and blessings, Mr. Asaase. This is Mr. Washington speaking from the Ruff Pack Sound. We up the whole of Ghana and the whole of Africa. Let me give you an update of the 123 Badda Dan Clash, which is for me the biggest clash right now in the world. Badda Dan is a clash, was originated from Switzerland and was east promoted by Ruff Pack, Mr. Washington and Rafu. This clash started as a newcomer for the sounds in Switzerland. That was in 2005. Then lately became international. We put some big wars with Addies, with King Turbo, with LP, with Supersonic. Basically every sound, almost every sound in Europe is being in this clash, and we mix it with some international big names as well. So it started as a newcomer, then became international, and then gone global. The reason why I say global is because in the last 3 years, I think 2 years before COVID, and this year we start with a different format, and we do eliminations all over the world, and then we do a final in Europe or a place where we feel like there is a big following for Song Clash. So before, we have eliminations in Europe, USA, Canada, Japan, and the Caribbean. But this year, unfortunately, only USA, Europe, and Canada. And we might do, you know, maybe a wild card, something like that. So we don't have yet the place for the final, but we are working on one for next year. Hope it can be UK, England. I think it's a right place to go because our big place here in Switzerland is in construction, Kupol. So that's why we want to give the chance to all these people who's been working with us to have a final as well, you know. So that's part of the movement. So after the final, then it's the grand finale for the Badda Dan Clash. To give you the update for the latest winner in America, was a big surprise because it was a solo woman alone win 4 or 5 songs. This is a big thing. I mean, it's like a solo woman winning an elimination or a whole clash. Super Tremor, DJ Sunshine, she bad. And then last Saturday here in Switzerland was Jamani Chaka, bad song from Switzerland. And then we're waiting for this 1st of October, the winner from Canada. So I will be updating you with the winner and with the rest of the things we're gonna do. Like I said, give thanks for the opportunity. As I said, this is Mr. Washington from the Ruff Pack Sound. And big up on yourself and big up the whole of Ghana. You see me? Yes, man. Go and big up the whole of Asaase Radio. Yaad setting. You know the thing lock.
Easy.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Washington, updating us in terms of, what is going on, with 123 Badda Dan Clash. Ladies and gentlemen,
Easy.
moving forward, there's been a debate, about reggae in Ghana in terms of what should we call our reggae, you know? Talking to Rocky Dawuni said, Legacy, I have been to the Grammys, you know, with a full body of work. You understand me? And trust me, I went to the Grammys with Afro Roots. You know what I mean? Afro Roots. So Rocky Dawuni is suggesting to the whole of Ghana that we should call our reggae Afro Roots. Because now, you know, there's been a lot of back and forth in terms of how our reggae should stand out for it to be identified by the world. So Rocky Dawuni is of the view that since he has been to the Grammys with a full body of works, you know what I mean, we should call our reggae Afro Roots. This is what Rocky Dawuni had to say.
Afro Roots for me means a fusion of high life music, reggae music, and then a global sound to propel all of that. And, you know, so in terms of myself, I grew up with the foundation of high life music. And then reggae music also was a musical form that I became thoroughly inspired by. And then once those became the foundation of, you know, my music, I started, you know, every sound that through my travels I got connected to or inspired by, it also was integrated into constantly evolving the sound. So I feel it's a sound that is steeped in tradition, but at the same time too dynamic enough to take advantage of new sonic sounds that are emerging in different places. I think that the whole of Ghana should accept Afro Roots as a genre because it's really representative of what we are doing, you know. It also gives it a genre specific and you know, an identity, because it's also an identity that through the works that I've done, I have been able to create a certain palette for it, you know. So the thing is, you can force, you know, a society to adopt something, but I think that when you do it too, and it starts really getting, you know, a level of success and attention from being the sound that also led to my 2 Grammy nominations, I feel we have something there, you know. So the thing is that innovation has to come from one place or the other, and we can be relics of the past. So this provides an opportunity for us to rally around a sound that is deeply Ghanaian, at the same time too positively and potently global.
Easy.
So that was Rocky Dawuni talking to us about the fact that our reggae should be Afro Roots.
Easy.
He has been to the Grammys with it and all that. All right. So Mr. Ahmed Abubakar, aka Blakk Rasta, is of another view that, yo, listen, our reggae should be called Kuchoco. Kuchoco sound more African. Kuchoco should be the thing. And I'm like, Blakk Rasta, what you mean? He said, yo, Legacy, let me explain myself and tell you the main reason why I'm saying this. Let's listen to Blakk Rasta on Kuchoco.
All right. So Kuchoco, what is Kuchoco at all? Let me take you a little bit into English literature. Now, literary devices. We all studied this in school. If you don't know that, don't worry at all. It's not cast in concrete. Now, this is not rocket science. You can learn anytime. One literary device that we all know about is onomatopoeia. And what is onomatopoeia? It is the sound that is created by an entity that is used to name it. For instance, the cow makes a sound like moo. And in English literature, we say the cow is mooing or this cow moves. You understand? When a cow moves or it zooms off, we say it has vroomed just because of the sound of the cow. Vroom, vroom. So the car has vroomed. So when you listen to authentic reggae music that was built in Jamaica, having been taken from Africa in one way or the other, you would hear the sound kuchoco, 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 and when the kick drum comes in, it goes Kuchoco, Kuchoco, bam, Kuchoco, Kuchoco, bam, Kuchoco, Kuchoco. So I decided that, well, this is a very beautiful name for reggae. Why don't we call it Kuchoco? Now, reggae itself, how did the name come about? Reggae music itself, how did the name reggae come about? Apart from the fact that you know that, okay, it was a name that was actually invented by Frederick Toots Ebert. How did it come about? They used to call reggae music strenge or strenge from the sound of the guitar. Strenge, 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 strenge. So people nicknamed it strenge. From strenge, they took off the S and the T and it became reggae. See, even the spelling at the beginning was different. It was Reggae. Reggae. It was later the spelling changed to reggae. Reggae. See? So if we call our kind of reggae music, which is a blend of reggae music from Jamaica and traditional African rhythms, and decide to call it Kuchoco, we haven't done anything extraordinary. What we are doing is bringing our intellect into use, bringing our ancestral wisdom into use, and giving it an African spirit. I hear some people say, oh, Afro Roots reggae, Afro Roots. Some people even say, whatever. My brother, those are all English names. Kuchoco is not an English name. Reggae is not an English name. Soca is not an English name. Same way Calypso is not an English name. Jazz is not an English name. They were all adopted after they were given the original names by people who invented these forms of music or even created them or loved them, sympathizers of these genres. You understand? Rap music. What was the original name? Was it called rap from the start? Somebody gave it the name rap. So it is time for us all to accept Kuchoco, because it's unfortunate a lot of African reggae and dancehall artists do not tour, are not able to tour. But if you have the opportunity to tour America, England, Japan, Korea, and those places, you realize that Jamaican musicians, reggae musicians and dancehall musicians look down on us African artists who are doing reggae. They see us as trying to box the food from out of their mouth. They see us as imposters. They see us as people who are trying to put a bad foot into their way. They see us as flies in their ointment. Yes, that is true. You all heard what Luciano said the last time he was in Ghana. He came to Ghana, played a concert. We all supported him. We had a nice concert and all that. And when we're talking about Jamaicans not accepting us as reggae artists, he condemned this and said it was wrong. Whoever did that as a Jamaican was wrong, blah, 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 blah. Only for him to return to Jamaica. That same week he landed in Jamaica. He granted an interview in which he ridiculed African reggae and dancehall artists. Check it out. What did he say? That there's a copy Jamaican artist in Ghana. Every big Jamaican artist has a clone or photocopy in Ghana. In other words, Capleton has a photocopy in Ghana. Sizzla has one. Luciano has one. So the big artists or the original artists in Jamaica are no more getting call-ups for performances in Ghana because of these clones or wannabe or imposter artists. It's quite disrespectful. I have toured around with artists like Coco T, played with Capleton, I played with Elephant Man, Culture, the Mali Brothers, and so on and so forth. And every time I meet all these people on stage, I don't get the love that I deserve as an African artist. Speak with Alpha Blondy, he will tell you the same thing. Speak with Tikan Jaffa Koli, he will tell you the same thing. Lucky Dube suffered the same fate. All because we are Africans who are trying to play reggae music. Jamaicans see reggae music as theirs. Therefore, whoever is not Jamaican who gets into it is an imposter and deserves no respect. Even Jamaican artists who are not based in Jamaica sometimes get disrespect because they are not based in Jamaica, they are based in foreign. Jamaican artists don't really, give them that kind of respect. And this is the raw truth. What did Stephen Marley say recently? He granted an interview to Winford Williams, And what did he say? He said that Jamaica is the only country that has to benefit from reggae music. After all, Jamaica created reggae music. No other country in the world, no other people have the right to benefit from the exploits of reggae. Such a loose statement. Your father, Bob Marley, was pushing pushing reggae to the ends of the world with the Wailers singing about Africa. 90% of all conscious reggae music is about Africa. You can sing about Africa, but you don't want Africans to sing what you have invented. That's hypocrisy. You understand? That is why I said, let us show all these people that we are masters of our game. We love the reggae music. We ain't throwing it away anytime soon. But we also love our African rhythms. Inject some Adwa into reggae. Inject some Palogo into reggae. Go on stage with cow horns and igneous rocks, calabashes, gonje, and all those instruments and mesmerize them. Let them see that here the reggae music has been taken to another level. You take it from them, repackage it, and give it to them as a brand new product. That way you'll get respect. Imagine you're touring with Jamaican artists and you say, yo, I'm a Kuchoco artist. They will ask you first, what is Kuchoco? Then you will educate them and you would have the opportunity to remain mysterious because you are in a certain genre. That is their genre, but you have made it your own genre, mystified it, and sent it back to him. Africa is a continent of mystery. No other continent is as mysterious as Africa. So that is Kuchoco. Ghanaians, if you do not accept Kuchoco, then you are not wise. You are not wise. You have no foresight. I want to use the hashes of all the times. Some of us artists say we are doing Afro Roots. You fool, brethren. What is Afro Roots? And some people say, oh, they are doing Afro Dancer. Well, it's a step in a direction that is moving towards the right direction. Accept Kuchoco. It makes sense. It is onomatopoeia. If you don't accept it, then find another name that is as mysterious as Kuchoco. Kuchoco is spiritual. It has power. Kuchoco, Kuchoco, bam, Kuchoco, bam, Kuchoco, and all the ancestors come out of their graves to dance to this. Now you go and say some fool, Afro Roots. What is that? Afro Roots. Until we brand ourselves good, we will continue to dwell in our egos. All of us will die poor with no legacies because we are too fool, and we are not ready. We are not ready to drop our egos and move towards one direction of positivity. I am sorry if I've been harsh, but that is a reality. Sometimes you have to give them a shock treatment to their brain to wake their dead brain cells. That is Kuchoco. Accept it. For how long can we play reggae music and every time we play reggae music, everybody looks up to Jamaica? Yes, we give Jamaica the credit, but they don't even respect us. So turn it into your own thing and move it on. For how long can we continue playing reggae music, and as reggae musicians, we must all speak patois? Now there's an opportunity for us to sing in our own dialects, and when the Jamaicans approach us, we tell them that, well, this is a little different from reggae because it's Kuchoco. We turn it anyhow we want, add our own vibes into it so that nobody will sit in Jamaica and say, hey, reggae don't go them way there. You know, reggae music don't go them way there. Yo, reggae music art don't go them way there. Yo, reggae guitar don't go them way there. No, sorry, this is Kuchoco, and Kuchoco rhythm go them way there. Understand, brethren? So that is that. Kuchoco, let's accept it. If you don't accept it, then you are not wise. Love and respect, my brother. Blessed.
Easy.
So that was Hamed Abubakar, aka Blakk Rasta, with the Kuchoco vibes. 50 minutes going into the 1, exactly 2 p.m. We'll cross over to Jamaica and talk to IKEA.
Easy.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, talking about reggae same way, same style. There is a story over here that is pressing. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, pressing story. You know, the cable lifestyle, network did a story on Stonebwoy, and the Jamaica Observer picked it, and they said Ghanaian Afrobeat star Stonebwoy is staking his claim to reggae music. According to him, the Jamaican music belongs to Africa. Reggae is rooted in the heart of Africa. If it doesn't belong, and it doesn't belong to any Caribbean society from its core, he said in an article.
Easy.
And where the problem is where the Observer quoted that reggae is rooted in the heart of Africa. It doesn't belong to any Caribbean society from its core. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I wouldn't go further, but Stonebwoy went to Jamaica 2 years ago to grant an interview on the fact that he said certain things about reggae. And Kobe, if you're ready, let's have a feel of that. What Stonebwoy said in that particular interview.
Easy.
Seems to be like some underlying beef between dancehall and Afro.
The beef.
You know, because
right
even
now,
the origin and who take from who and where things start from.
Yes,
What-
we like that.
what
It's
is
a
it in
conversation.
Africa?
Yeah.
And
What is
like-
the
I like
perspective
that from-
like from even like Ghanaians?
What is your
and-
perspective?
This is my perspective.
Absolutely.
But can't do wrong the African to say, yo, it start from we. So what do you mean? So we're a thief from uno. Everything in terms of music starts from us. There may have been like a particular specific sound that originated from here, and then we see like, you know, the like
yes,
of a
which we have to give credit
sample,
for.
and-
We have to
yeah,
definitely
which you
give
do,
credit
but
for the
it
fact
seems
that
like sometimes that that's forgotten.
And I always give credit to Jamaica for reggae music, for dancehall music. You can't take that away from it. If you say dancehall music and say reggae music, the best that I know, visiting Jamaica and all that I've seen and learned, big ups to Jamaica bring name, is Jamaica name dancehall, name reggae. But music as a creative substance, and when you say creative substance, you know that many things come together to bring that creativity to the fore. So that is where you go to the roots and where it starts and what influence, whatnot and whatnot. So the name reggae may have been created in Jamaica, but watch ya, it's the Africans who consume it the most. The name dancehall comes from Jamaica, but it's the Africans and Europeans
Is it
who
because
consume it
there's
the
more
most.
of Ono than us?
Yes, it's more of we than us.
That's why
But
you
guess
consume
what?
it the
If we
most.
couldn't relate,
Yeah.
remember I part on our chat, you know, so
Yeah.
if we couldn't relate,
True.
enough people can't understand the part one things. Though,
Yeah.
But you see, so it goes beyond even the language. As
Yeah.
much as music is a universal language, as much as it is, we identify to our sound. We identify
Just like
our
the
inner
Africans,
sound.
yeah.
The Africans will identify with the sounds, not sound, with the sounds that come from within. So either one other Africa is speaking some tongue somewhere in space. The other African down in the motherland will feel it and understand it and move to it. The name is Jamaica, but the sounds is us as Africans.
Easy.
Yeah, man. You don't know, man.
Easy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Ladies and gentlemen, so trust me, it's been grimy. You know, a lot of backlash for Stonebwoy up and down, here and there, and all that. He's been bossy, he's been arrogant. A lot of Jamaicans descended on Stonebwoy seriously, but when you listen to this particular interview that Stonebwoy granted, what did the man say wrong?
Ken,
Yeah.
what's your take on this one?
Yeah, man. You see, reggae, I've always been preaching this. Jamaica is Africa out of Africa. You know what I mean? Jamaica is Africa out of Africa.
True.
You understand me? And Peter just said one thing that I love so much. He said, no matter where you come from, as long as you're black, man, you are African. Reggae music was created by Jamaicans, and all that. We give them the credit. But when you go into the core root, it's African.
True.
You know what I mean? Unless Jamaicans are telling me legacy over here that, their descendants are Caucasians or something.
And not Africans.
And not Africans. You understand me? This is what we are saying. At a point in time, I was telling a Jamaican brother that, yo, listen, I see reggae music to be more African than Jamaican. He said, yo, you're African, don't say that. And I'm like, why are you calling me African? He said, yo, because you're African. And I'm like, you're also African. He said, no, man, me a Jamaican.
Easy.
I kind of agree with Blakk Rasta, especially with the fusion of our African rhythms. I think Echo Alabi Savage of Root and Abo. That's a song called Rastafo. It was strictly African rhythm with mixed into kind of reggae kind of vibes. And that song is anybody that's listening should check it out. It's called Rastafo by Echo Alabi Savage from Root and Abo. Yeah, what Blakk Rasta said, I quite agreed with him. Seriously.
Okay. All right. So, Skelly Dread also sent in this. You know, Skelly Dread just got off the road with Morgan Heritage. Trust me, from tour. And trust me, he'll be hitting the road again with Lucky Chops. You know, yeah, man, he'll be touring with the Lucky Chops. So, you know, Skelly is doing a whole lot of powerful works out there in
Easy.
the UK. You know what I mean? So we give thanks. He said the Grammys was originally created by Americans and for Americans. Then on, they have incorporated many other genres and now world music. I don't know if any non-English sounding category. The music type, apart from the English sounding names in the Grammys, have commercial power and mighty. Okay? Commercial power and might. So you can command a name. On what basis will Kuchoco or whatever is being suggested be incorporated? What is it commercial? What is it commercial strength? The Grammys is an emotional affair. It's commercial. You can create a music genre and own it like we created High Life and the Caribbeans created Calypso, soca, French, Africans created Zouk, etc. You can't take someone's genre and try to change the name. If people want to create their own genre, then they should create their own type of Grammys and don't go to the Grammys.
Easy.
Coming from Skelly. All right. So the discussion continues.
Easy.